Good morning, everyone. So yesterday's class, we have discussed about how to create a database and how to show a database and how to use the database and how to create a table. And once it is created and how to insert the rows into a table. Okay. So this is what we have discussed yesterday. And today's class, we are going to see how to update a particular row, update and delete and truncate. So the difference between truncate and delete and what is drop. Okay, so the rest of the concepts we are going to discuss today. So if you want to fetch all the rows from a table, so we have a command like select. Okay, so by using select command, we are going to fetch all the rows. Select star from table name. Just I'm trying to execute this one. So here we can see, so okay, so there are 5 rows in this table. So I want to update for the particular row. Okay, I need to update a particular row like student number is 105. So now currently the address is Chennai. So I want to update it as Hyderabad. Okay, just observe here. The command is like update table name. Okay, update table name. And I'm going to set the value like set address. So what is the value we are going to set is like, okay, Hyderabad, HYD. So here we need to mention for which row. Okay, it's like if we don't mention this one, it will update it for all the rows in a student table. So that is the reason we need to write a where class here. So I want to update address for a student number equal to 105. So that's why I'm going to write student number equal to 105. So okay, suppose I want to change it to, it's not 105. So I want to keep it as for 101 suppose. So in that case, we need to mention 101 here. So either we can write SQL query in a single row itself, otherwise we can write it in a multiple lines also, but the mandatory thing is semicolon here. Okay, we can write it in a multiple lines or single line also, that's also fine. So this is how we can understand easily. So if we write it in a single line, okay, there might be a little bit confusion. So that's why I'm going to write it in a multiple lines. So update student, set address equal to Hyderabad, where student number equal to 101. Just try to execute this one. So now 101, what is the address? It is there, Bangalore. Now I'm going to update it as Hyderabad. Okay, just try to execute this one. We'll see. Okay, updated successfully. I'm trying to execute select query now. See here. So previously it was there in a Bangalore. Now it is updated to HYD. Okay, fine. Now I want to update not only particular column. So I want to update it as multiple columns here. So in that case, what we need to do, so just you need to mention another column here. So what you want to update? So I want to update name also. Okay, yes, name equal to. So I want to change. First, you need to get the requirement. Like, okay, I want to change address for student number is 105. So there is a name mistake, suppose. So I want to change it as Bhavit to Bhavita. Okay. So whatever it is the string, you need to keep it as in a single quotes or double quotes. Bhavita. And which column we need to update. Okay. Where student number equal to 105. So just observe here. So what is there? The name is Bhavit and student address is Chennai. So I'm going to update it as address equal to Hyderabad and the column name, student name also I'm going to update here. Okay, just try to execute this one. See, if you observe this last row, okay, it got updated. Okay, this is how we can write update query. So if you want to update for multiple columns also, you can write it. Okay, so this is how we can write. And if you don't mention this where class, if you don't mention this where class, what it will do? So it will update, it will update it for all the columns and all the rows as Hyderabad and the same name. Okay, you need to be careful while updating the tables. Okay, this is how we can update the table. Okay, now I want to delete I want to delete a particular row. I want to delete. So the name itself it is there. So I want to delete. Delete means what is the keyword we need to use? We need to use delete keyword here. Okay, delete keyword. So delete is the keyword. Delete is the keyword. Delete from table name. Delete from table name. So what is the row you want to delete? Where student number equal to 105. So if you want to delete a particular row, we are going to use delete command here. The syntax is delete from table name where student number. So here also same. If you don't give where class, what will happen? So entire row, entire table will get delete. It's like the data will get delete. Okay. Just try to execute this one. Okay. I'm trying to execute the query. See here. Now we have only 4 rows. Okay. I want to delete another row. Okay. I want to delete 2 rows at the same time. Okay. So that case, what you need to do? So there is a keyword like in. Okay. Where student number in. I want to delete 101 and 103 here. So this is how we can delete multiple rows at the same time by using in command. Okay. Delete from table name where student number equal to 101 and 103. If you don't give where class, it will delete all the data from a student. Okay. So here also we need to make sure. Okay. What do you want to delete from a table? Okay. Just try to execute this one. Again, I'm trying to execute select query. See here, the rows got deleted. Okay. So this is how we can delete the rows. This is how we can delete the rows. Okay. What is the difference between delete and truncate? So this is a very, very important interview question. Okay. What is the difference between delete and truncate? Okay. By using delete, by using delete, we can delete particular rows as well. We can delete entire table data. So this is what we have tried, right? So if you want to delete particular row, we are going to use where class, and in where class we are going to mention what is the row you want to delete it. If you don't mention where class, what will happen? It will delete all the data, all the rows, delete from table name. Okay, this is one of the feature. And by using truncate, we cannot delete individual rows. So there is a major difference, guys. Individual rows. So if you want to delete the rows, if you want to delete the data, either we can use delete command or truncate command. Okay. But the difference is by using truncate, we cannot delete particular rows. That means if we use truncate, we are not able to use where clause. So if you want to delete individual rows, delete from table name and where clause you can mention. If you don't mention this where clause, it will delete entire data from a table. Okay. That is what it is happening. And if you use truncate also, we can delete all the rows from a table, but here there is no where clause concept in a truncate. That is a major difference. Truncate table student. Okay, now how many rows are there? There are 2 rows. So if you want to delete only individual rows, we can go with delete. If you want to delete all the rows also, you can use delete from student. But here there is an option like we can roll back the data. Here we cannot roll back. Okay, just observe here. Unfortunately, you have deleted all the rows. Okay, unfortunately, you did a delete from student. Okay, just observe here. Now there are no rows. So we have a command like rollback. So it's like recover. Okay, I'm trying to execute just to roll back. Now try to execute select star from student. Why, what happened? So 0 seconds. Okay. Okay, again, I'm trying to insert all the rows. Just try to execute this query.
I think we have used we truncate as well that table, so that's why we are not able to roll back, I guess.
Yeah, I
Is
didn't
that
execute truncate. I didn't execute
oh,
truncate so far.
okay.
Now select star from student. I'm going to perform commit so far. Okay. Commit means the rows will get saved permanently. Okay. Then select star from student. Just try to execute now. Okay. There are 5 rows. If you want to delete particular rows, then you can go with delete from student and where clause. If you want to delete all the rows from a table, either we can use delete or truncate, but 99% we are not using truncate in a real time scenarios. But this is the interview question, like what is the difference between delete and truncate? That's it. Okay, I'm going to delete from student. Now just observe here, there are no rows. Okay, I'm trying to roll back now. Okay, it's not coming. But this is the actual scenario. Like maybe that is vary to database, but there is an option like, okay, if we go with if we use here, we can roll back the data. We can roll back the data. I'll try to identify the issue. What is the issue? Okay. Here, we cannot roll back the data. Not roll back. So that's why we are going to prefer delete command, not truncate command. Okay. Okay. I'm going to insert again all the rows. All the rows. But the major difference is if you want to delete particular rows by using truncate, it is not possible. If you want to delete individual rows by using delete, we can do it. So that is a major difference. Okay. So now there are 5 rows. There are 5 rows. So I want to delete entire data. Either I can use delete from student or truncate table. Now just try to execute this one. See, there is no data here. So that is a major difference. So delete and truncate. So it will delete the data. It will delete the data. That's it. So then what is drop? What is drop here? Drop table student. So it will delete the sorry. It will delete the table structure. See, table data is different and table structure is different. So what is table structure here? So if you observe description of the table, okay, this is the table structure. See, there are 3 fields: student number, student name, and address, and type is int, varchar, char. Okay, this is the table structure. So I don't want this table at all. Okay, in that case, I don't want this table in my database. I want to drop it. I want to delete the table. I want to delete that. See, delete the table is different and deleting the rows are different. Don't get confused. Okay. Now I have executed this query. Just try to execute select star from student. Otherwise, show tables. Okay. So now we are getting an error. Just try to execute show tables. See, the student table got deleted. Okay. I want to drop. I want to delete employee table too. So there is a command drop table name and execute this one. See, there are no tables in my database. So this is a major difference, guys. By using delete, we can delete particular row as well as we can delete entire table data. And by using truncate, we cannot delete individual rows. And what is drop here? Drop. By using drop, we can delete table structure. Otherwise, we can delete table from database. So this is a major difference, guys. Delete, truncate, and drop. Okay. This looks like similar, but there are some differences. There are some differences. So if you want to update, we are going to use update command. If you want to delete table data, we are going to use delete command. And if you want to truncate the table, there's a keyword truncate. If you want to drop it, then there is a command is drop table table name. Drop table table name. Okay, so far we have seen DDL and DML. And what is the commit here? Commit also we have discussed, right? So commit in the sense we can save data or transaction, save data or transaction. So normally we'll call it as each and every query as transactions. Okay, we can save data or transaction permanently. What is rollback? Rollback, it's like recover the data for before commit. See, once we do commit, we cannot roll back. Once we do commit, we cannot roll back. So until and unless before commit only, we can able to roll back the data. Next thing is, so here there are no tables. Here there are no tables now. So suppose if we have a SQL script already, so what you can do, so no need to write anything, just copy paste here and try to execute this one. So I have some script. Okay, I'm trying to execute that one. I'm going to take new SQL here. Okay, new SQL here. Think edit yesterday's right. Okay, not this one. See, I have some SQL script. I did copy. So now show tables. Just observe here. How many tables are there? There are 0 tables. There are 0 tables. I'm trying to execute. I'm trying to execute all the script. Okay, all the script. Just select all the script and try to execute the button. Okay, try to execute it. See, now the tables are created. Okay, fine. Show tables. Just observe. See, now countries table are there, departments, dependencies, dependents, employees, jobs, and locations. Okay, I want to insert a data. I want to insert a data for these tables. I have a script. I did prepare already. Okay, just copy paste it here. Now try to execute this. See, it's executing. It's executing. So why I'm trying to load the data means, okay, so we need to perform select operations. So that is the reason I'm trying to load the data again. Okay. Okay, fine. This is how we can load the data. See the same query, see, insert into table name and column names and values. So I want to insert, okay, if there are 4 columns, then 4 column values as well as column names and column values. The same thing. Okay. Okay. So now we need to perform some select operations. DQL, data query language, or DRL. It's a very, very important thing. Okay, select. So by using select, we can perform a lot of actions. So I'm going to give some small examples over here. So you want to fetch all the columns from a table. We are going to use select. You want to fetch particular columns. We are going to use select. You want to filter a data. We are going to use select. You want to find some max value and a minimum value, and you want to find a count. We are going to use select. So you want to fetch the names. Start with A or S. Okay. You want to find duplicates from a table. We are going to use select. There are lot. Okay. There are a lot of features. There are a lot of requirements. By using select command, we are going to perform. Okay. So whatever we have done so far, so that is one part, and only we are doing in select. So that is one part. In most of the cases, in your day-to-day work, we are going to use select operations only. So you need to practice more on select. Okay, let's try to perform some operations. Okay. I'm going to perform first show tables. It will show whatever the tables it is present in my database. So, okay. Now the first query. I want to see all the rows and columns. Okay. From a table. I'm going to take it as example as employees. Select star from employees. Yes, see here. If you observe this one, it is displaying all the columns. Your employee ID is one of the column. First name is one of the column. Last name is one of the column. Okay. Email, phone number, date, job ID, salary, manager ID, department ID. Okay. These are the values it is present. What is the command? Select star from table name. Okay. Here, I need only employee ID and first name and salary. So I don't want all the columns to be displayed in a console. Okay. Select employee ID, comma, first name, comma, salary. Just observe, guys. So instead of giving star, I'm giving particular column names here. That's it. It's a very simple. So it's not in a particular order. If you want, you can keep it this salary in a starting also or in a middle also. That will also work. Okay, we'll see that. Okay, employees. Try to execute this one. See here, now we are not displaying all the columns. We are displaying only particular fields, employee ID, first name and salary. Okay, the salary should be displayed in a starting. Then you can mention salary over here and keep comma here. See, this will also work. Just observe now. See, salary is displaying in a first column, next employee ID, then first name. This is how it will work. Okay, now the employee IDs is displaying in a certain order, like ascending order, right? So I want to put it in a descending order. So what is the last employee IDs? Okay, I want to display from 206, 205, 204 like that. Select column names from employees. So we are going to do order. So there is a keyword order by based on which column you need to order. Employee ID. If you don't mention anything, so it will defaultly it will consider as ascending order. If you want descending order, you need to keep it as DSC. It means descending order, it will get displayed. Just try to execute this one. See here, the employee ID, it is displaying in a descending order 206, 205, 204, 203, 202, 201, like this. So if you don't mention descending, it will defaultly considering as ascending order. See 100. If you want to go with ascending, then you can mention ascending also. So that will also will work. If you want to keep it in descending order, then you can go with descending order. Okay, fine. Here, I want to see the names. Can you identify is there any duplicates or there? So instead of going to display all the duplicates, I want to display unique names over here. So there is a command distinct first name from employees. So if you observe here, so there are 24 rows it is available. Okay, let's try to execute this one. So not 24, right? Select star from employees, just will observe. Yeah, 26. Okay. I'm going to see the count. So if you want to see the count in a rows, okay, from a table, select count star from employees. We are going to use it. So there are 40 rows, okay? There are 40 rows in a table. I'm trying to execute this one. So it will remove duplicates and it will display only unique values. So here also, if you want to keep it in a order, so what we need to use? Order by order by. I'm going to give as a 1. So what is 1 here? Just observe. So 1 is nothing but it's a first column name here. So if there is another column, you can give 2. Otherwise, you can mention order by first name directly. So this will also work. See here, there are no duplicates. So what is the command? To fetch unique values. To fetch unique values. To fetch unique. To fetch unique values, we are going to use distinct keyword. Okay, so far what we have seen, okay, we have seen select star from if you want to fetch all the rows from a table and all the rows and columns, and you want to see only particular columns, and if you want to see any order by, you want to keep it in a sorted order, we are going to use order by keyword. If you want to fetch only unique values, we are going to use distinct keyword here. Okay, fine. There is another criteria. There is another criteria. So I know only department ID here, department ID or manager ID, okay, or job ID. So I know only these fields. I don't know what is the employee name and first name and last name, okay, those kind of stuff. So in that case, we need to use where clause. We need to use where clause, where department ID equal to 9. So if it is a number, no need to keep it in a single quotes. If it is in a string, we need to keep it in single quotes or double quotes. Just try to execute this one. See, under department ID 9, there are 3 rows. There are 3 rows. It is available. There are 3 rows. It is available. Okay, I want to see for another one. Department ID is 1. Just try to execute this one. So there is only 1 row. Okay, I want to see 1 as well. Just observe here. So if you want to fetch department ID equal to 1, what we need to do? Select start from employees where department ID equal to 1. Okay, I want to change it to 5. The ID we are going to give as 5. So here there is another scenario. There is another scenario. I want to fetch, sorry, there is another scenario. I need department ID is 5 as well as 9. So in that case, what you need to do? So we are going to use or department ID equal to 9 here. Just observe. First, it will check with whether department ID is 9 is there or not. If it is there, it will display. Again, or condition, not and condition. If it is an or means either this one or this one. In this case, the condition can satisfy first one, either second one or both. So what it will do? It will fetch all 5 as well as 9. See, the department ID is 5 as well as 9. It is displayed. Okay, so later on the user want to fetch department ID is 1 also. Again, we are going to add it as or condition here. We are fetching. See, the department ID is 1 is displayed and 5 is displayed and 9 is displayed. But here is the problem. But here is the problem. Suppose the user want to fetch, there are certain rows like there are 5 to 10. So in that case, we are not able to write each and every time as our condition, right? So that's why there is a keyword. There is a keyword in. There is a keyword as in. Directly you can give 5, 9, comma 1. So instead of going to write the above query, just simply we are going to write by using in command 591. So okay, later on you want to change it. I want to add 2. You can add it. You want to add 10. Just you can add it. So compared to this one, this is faster as well as this is very easy. This is very easy. Just try to execute this one. See here 9, 10, 5, 1 and 2 got displayed. So instead of going to give multiple OR conditions, just we are giving in. Inside the in, we are going to give all the values. Okay, fine. Now I want to see salary. Okay, I want to see salary. Suppose who is having less than 9,000. Can someone tell me what is the query I need to build here? Wait, I will call the names. Deepthi.
Hello.
Yeah, if you want to fetch, who is
Hello.
having, yeah, tell me.
Select.
Yes, okay.
Select.
Okay.
Store from.
Okay.
Employees.
Okay.
Where.
Okay.
Salary.
Okay.
Salary equal to or in.
Okay, salary equal to 9,000, right?
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's for 9,000. So who is having 9,000? Just we can build this query. Okay, fine. But my question is, I want to see who is having 9,000 or less than 9,000. Okay, so in that case, what you can do, less than or equal to. That's it. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you. So if you observe this one, see here, 9,000, 6,000, 4,800. Okay, something will be like this. Okay, there is another scenario. You want to get it who is having more than 9,000. Then what you need to do, just you need to keep it as greater than or equal to or greater than. So you don't want to get 9,000. Okay, in that case. See here, if you observe this one, the salary, it is displaying more than 9,000 here. This is how we can build a query based on any column, So not only for particular columns, Okay, fine. Here, I want to fetch the names. Our email IDs. It is starting with names or email IDs. It is starting with yes. Okay, it is starting with yes. So what we need to do, select. I want to see name only, right? First name. from employees. From employees. Where first name, there is a keyword. There is a keyword like. Like is a keyword. Like is a keyword. So it should start from yes. After that, we need to give percentage symbol. That's it. So what it will do, whatever the names, it is start with yes. It is starting with yes. It will take it. Percentage means, so no need to bother about after yes character. After yes character, just try to export this. See, if you observe this one, so the names, it is displayed as a Steven, Shelly, Sigal, Shanta. Okay. So all the names, it is starting with yes. The same way, I want to see the names, it is ending with yes. That's very simple. First, you need to write percentage symbol. Then after that, you need to give yes. It's like ending with yes. Ending with yes. Let's try to execute this one. See here, there are two names. It found from a table. This is the basic advantage of like keyword. So this is the comment line, guys. Like if we give in a Python and all, so what is the comment line? Python, what is the comment line? Mamata?
Hash, sir.
Yes, correct. Python, this one is a comment line. But in SQL, there is a double hyphen. Okay, next, what it is pending? Okay, this also done, filter done, particular rows done, columns done, find duplicates and maximum and min. Okay, fine. Just observe here, select star from employees. So here it is a salary. So I want to find who is having maximum salary. I want to identify what is the maximum salary here and minimum salary for the row. Okay, good. In order to find maximum salary, first you can write this query, select star from employees. There is a keyword max. Okay, max. In which column you want to identify max salary? Max salary from employee table. See here, 24,000 is the maximum salary here. Okay, the same way I want to identify minimum salary. Minimum salary. What is the minimum salary? 2,500. Fine. I want to see the count of rows. Count of rows. So all the rows I want it. Or any particular also it will work, but count star. Okay. There are 40 rows available. But here, if you observe this one, the maximum salary is 24,000. The minimum salary is something, but I want to know the person who is having maximum salary. So I'm not asking only maximum salary. So in that case, what you need to do? So you know the salary. So you know how to find maximum salary. Then that is very simple. Select star from employees where salary, you know the salary, correct, where salary equal to 24,000. But every time I'm not I'm not going to run first as a maximum salary, then I need to take that value as a 24,000 here. So in order to identify directly the maximum salary, so you know the query, just write that query here. So now what it will do, so it's like a sub query. So in the same query, if we are using two or more select statements, that is called subquery. First subquery will get execute. You know, if you execute this one, what is the output? 24,000. That 24,000 will get assigned into this salary. So now, you know, instead of this one, if you place 24,000, what will happen? So it will fetch entire row for 24,000. The same way, you need to identify minimum salary here. It's very simple. If you run this query, you will get minimum salary. But if you execute entire query, the salary equal to 2,500, and it will display all the rows or particular row. Okay, see here. This is how we can fetch individual salary. I mean max or minimum. And if you want to fetch entire row, first we need to build a query like select star from employees where salary equal to, and again we need to write a query select max or minimum here. This is one way. And there is an interview question. So how to find maximum salary from a table? Select max salary from employees. How to find minimum salary? Select min salary from table. Okay, here I want the entire row who is having maximum salary. Then what you can do, select star from employees where salary equal to, again select max salary of employees. Here first subquery will get execute. Here you will get some value, either 1,000 or 2,000 or 24,000. Based on this value, this outer query will get executed. This is like subquery, like inner query, and this is an outer query. Next, I want to identify. So there is another interview question. Find second highest salary from a table. How you are going to find second highest salary from a table? So that's very simple. First, we need to find maximum salary. Select max salary from employees. Okay. Where salary not in or not equal to this one. So you need to write max salary in a subquery as well as in outer query. So what it will happen? Okay, if you only execute this one, it will display as a 24,000, but there is a subquery here. Okay, just observe. It will try to identify the maximum salary 24,000, correct? Okay, good. So what we have written in a where class, where salary not in 24,000, not in 24,000. So you need to exclude 24,000. Apart from that 24,000, what is the maximum salary? Just observe here. I'm going to write some values here. 1, 5, 7, and 8. Okay. If I go with the maximum value, it is a 8. Apart from this 8, what is the maximum value? 7. So in this case, we have identified second maximum. So how to identify the maximum value? By using max keyword. But here we need second maximum. That's why we have written like where salary not in. Okay. It's not 8. It's not 8. And what is the max here? Then it will consider from these 3 values and it will get display. So this is how it will work in a above query. So first it will execute the inner query. It will get display as 24,000. Here we have written like where salary not in 24,000, but you should get display as a maximum. Okay, let's try to execute this one. See, there is a second highest salary as 17,000. So here it is displaying as max salary. I want to keep it as some alias names. Second max. So whatever you want, you can write it here. AS means alias names. Okay, we will call it right. Okay, there are some particular names. Okay, there are some particular names, but normally we won't call it as that particular names. So always we will call it as like some nicknames. Okay, the same way here, if you want to keep some nicknames for a column. Okay, so max salary it is displaying, but in order to max salary, you want to keep it as some meaningful name. I want to keep it as suppose. You can keep it as C Python. What it will display instead of max salary, the column name, it will display as this alias name Python. Okay, let's execute this one. See here, Python. So this is called alias names, but there is no difference. If you want, you can use it. Otherwise, we can remove. So you can use it for all the columns. Okay. So here also see first name, right? First name. Just observe here. First name it is displaying. So I don't want this name. I'm going to keep it as alias name as F name. Instead of going to display first name, can you please display as F name? Okay. See here, F name it is displaying. This is how it will work as alias names. So that is not mandatory alias names, but in some cases we are going to use alias names for each and every field. Okay, the same way, if you want to find second minimum salary, just you need to change the keyword as minimum here. That's it. First, it will try to identify the minimum value, but where salary not in that particular minimum value, and it will identify another minimum value. Okay, the same way. That one you guys need to practice. Okay. Next. Okay, most of the things we have covered. Okay, find duplicates from a table. Okay, fine. Just observe here. Select star from employees. Okay. Sorry. So now there are some department IDs. See here. There are some department IDs. So if you want to fetch what are the department IDs it is available, select, sorry, what is happening? Select. So I want to display unique unique values. So what is the keyword? Distinct. Distinct is the keyword. Department. Department ID from employees. Employees. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. There are 11 departments. It is available. There are only 11 departments. It is available out of 40 rows. Out of 40 rows. Okay. That's good. But here my requirement is so how many, so the count of department ID. So how many rows are present for each department ID? So there are some department IDs like, so there are 6, not 6, 3, 4. Department ID 6 contains 5 rows, right? So I want to display as a count like this, okay? 9, count is 5, 10, 6. So like this, I need to display. So there are a lot of departments available in employees table. I want to segregate as department IDs, and I need to find the count for each and every department. Okay. So for that one, select department ID. So first department ID will get displayed. Next, count of star or count of department ID from employees. Count of employees. So here is the problem. So here, how the SQL will know how many department is there? So that's why there is a keyword like, it's like very, very important. There is a keyword group by. Group by is a keyword. What it will do? It will do group for same elements. There are 6 is common, right? 6 is common. So whatever, wherever it is 6, it is fine. Okay. It will do the grouping. And it display as a single row. Group by department. Group by department ID. That's it. Select. So what is the value? I mean, what is the column you need to display? Department ID. And for that count, we are going to write it from employees. Just we are doing group by. In that group by, you need to mention which column you need to do group by. What is group by? Group by is a keyword. It will do grouping for same elements. Then wherever it is find as a 6, it will consider as a same type of element or same type of number. Wherever it is find for a 10, it will identify as a same type of number. Just try to execute this one. See here. Just observe. There is a department ID 1. There is only one row is present. Count is 1. 2. The department ID is 3. There are 6 rows is available in a table. The department ID is 5. The 7 rows is available in a table. Okay. This is how it will segregate. The group by keyword will separate it as a count as well as the same elements. Wherever it is find, the group by it will do grouping and it will display as the corresponding count. This is how we can identify the each and every department as a count. Suppose in a college, there are some people. I want to identify how many people are there in a CSC and how many people are there in a EEE and how many people are there in a EC or something like that. Okay, I want to segregate it. So in that case also, it will help us. Like here you need to give department ID and count so that we can easily identify the count of the people. Okay, count of rows. This is how we can identify. Okay, fine. Here I want to identify how many duplicate rows, how many duplicate. So these are all duplicates only, right? So more than count, the count is more than one means that is duplicate only. Okay, that is duplicate only. So 2 is duplicate, the department 3 is duplicate, 5 is duplicate. Otherwise, I want to find the department ID, like, okay, the students or count who is having more than 5, who is having more than 5 or 5. So the same query we need to write, So there is a keyword, having is a keyword. You know the count, just count equal to 5. So you know, if we execute only up to these 2 lines, so we can able to see the output. Okay, so department ID is 2, the count is 2, 3 means 6, 4 means 1, 5 means 7. But I want the count is only who is having 5 rows. The department ID is having only 5 rows. So that case, just simply we need to add. So there is a keyword like English keyword only, having. Having is nothing but it's like it contains count department ID equal to 5. Count department equal to 5. Just try to execute this one. Just try to see. There is a department ID is 6. There is a department ID is 6. Count equal to 5. Count equal to 5. Here, the same way, you want to see more than 5. Who is having more than 5 rows? The same department ID, it contains more than 5 rows. Just give greater than or equal to. Just give greater than or equal to. You will get it display. See, more than 5 equal to. Okay, there are 5 departments. 3 contains 6, 5 is 7, 6 is 5, 8 is 6, 10 is 6. This is how we can fetch. The number of departments as well as the count is so based on count. The same query, I want to find the rows as a duplicates. See, duplicates is different and unique values are different. So if you want to display unique values, we are going to use distinct. Duplicate values we need to use. If you want to identify only duplicates, find duplicates, we need to use group by and having. So what is meant by duplicate? Duplicate is nothing but the same row, it's present in 2 or more times. So how we are going to identify whether it is finding in a 2 or more times? By using count. So if you see the count, you can easily identify. Okay, the department ID is 2 is duplicate, 3 is duplicate, 5 is duplicate, 7 is not duplicate, 8 is duplicate. Okay, so that's why first what you need to do, select the specific column name and count from employees, group by department ID, then having count. Here you need to mention as greater than or equal to 2. What is greater than or equal to 2? Why we have given greater than or equal to 2? If the count is 2 or more than rows, so that means it is duplicate. See here, these are the departments. It is having duplicate values. Okay, the same way, I want to identify the names. So I want to identify duplicate names from a table. So this is the last query for this class. I'm going to execute now. Just observe here. So what we need to do? Select first name. So I want to see duplicate names here. First name, comma, count of first name. Okay. From employees is the table. Okay, fine. Next, group by. Based on what we need to group it? We need to group it based on first name. Okay, fine. If you try to execute only this one, you'll get to know whether duplicates is there or not. Just try to execute this. See, all the names, it is having count as one only. Okay, Steven, Nina, Lex. Okay, there are some names. Okay, Alexander, John. Okay, there are two duplicates. That two duplicates only we need to identify. So how to identify that one? Having. That's very simple. Having. So where it is present in a count. So this variable, it is present in a count. Having count first name greater than or equal to 2. So that means 2 or more rows, like the count is 2 or more, then we are considering as a duplicate rows. Just try to execute this one. See, there are 3 names. Okay, in our table, it considered as a duplicates. There are 3 duplicates are present in a employees table with the name. So not only this column, so that is depends on our requirement. You can use specific columns here, whether it is a first name or last name or salary. Okay, first name or last name or salary, whatever it is. Select column name and count of table name. You need to do grouping. With the names. So what is group by? Group by is a class. Wherever it is find as the same class, okay, with the same thing, it will group it as a single one, and it will fetch the count. Now you know the count, then you can easily identify. Duplicates. What is duplicates? Duplicate is nothing but if the row or count it contains 2 or more, so that is called duplicates.